Roger. Alpha Echo 5, Juliet Victor.
Juliet Victor, Roger, Roger. What's the name there?
Juliet Victor, Roger, Roger. What's the name there?
My name is Daniel, Delta Alpha November India Echo Lima. Over.
Roger, Roger. Daniel, is that a Roger?
Roger, Roger. Daniel, is that a Roger?
Yes, sir. Roger.
Roger, Roger. And what's your location, sir?
Roger, Roger. And what's your location, sir?
I am in central Mississippi, a small town called Pickens, and I'm about 50 miles north of Jackson.
Okay, so I copy your location as Mississippi. Is that a Roger?
Okay, so I copy your location as Mississippi. Is that a Roger?
Over.
Okay, so I'm still trying to trudge through my SDRs to find the hottest one. If you would, Daniel, why don't you give me about 10 seconds and tell me about your antenna system, and let me see if I can find the best path for us, Roger.
See if I can find the best path for us, Roger.
Okay. Said halfway dipole. It's not very far off the ground. Maybe 8 feet. Since I'm just in a pasture, no trees. Over.
Roger, Roger. Okay, so I'm trying to revive one of my SDRs that had gotten off frequency, and I'm trying to get it back onto frequency, and I'm fighting. For some reason, these Amazon tablets have changed pressure necessity for on-screen programming, and so it used to be I could use a stylus very nicely and it would all work well, but then they decided, no, we're going to use the human touch. So now you have to use your fingers, and some of this stuff is pretty small, and my fingers many times are occupying 2 different pressure points at the same time, Roger.
Occupying 2 different pressure points at the same time, Roger.
Okay, so but anyway, if let's see, what radio are you running today, sir?
Let's see, what radio are you running today, sir?
I recently Kenwood.
Oh boy, I've got more SDRs down. I've got 4 though. Anyway, so if you would be interested in our setup procedure, come back with that radio one more time, Roger. What radio are you running?
I am operating on a Kenwood 440F. Over.
440 Frank.
Yes, sir. Kenwood. Yes, 440.
Roger, sir. And is the last idea Frank F? 440F? Is that a Roger or just a 440?
I think officially it's a 440F. Over.
Okay, so you give me the phonetic of that last word. Is it Sam or Frank or what is it?
It would be S, Sam.
Yes, sir. Got it. Okay, so if is that an older radio or a newer radio?
It's an older, probably from the 1980s.
Okay, so it probably does not have a 100 to 2900 transmit bandwidth, but I don't know. Have you been able to see about the transmit bandwidth for that radio? What is that? Is it 100 to 2900 or lesser than that?
I do not know the answer to that. Over.
Yes, sir. Okay, so put that on your question mark as far as, and it'll tell you in the book what the transmit bandwidth is. What we're ideally looking for is a 100 to 2900 wide transmit bandwidth. That'll let your transmitter be all that it can be, and then give you just a slice of daylight before you're into somebody else's conversation. So the preferred transmit bandwidth by today's standards is 100 to 2900. If it does not have that bandwidth, then we would want the best one that it does have, but we don't want to go to 3K. We don't want 3,000. We want to stay below 3,000 because we don't want to interfere with somebody else's conversation. So if there is one that lets you get up to 2,900, then I would go for that. 100 to 2,900. If it's called wide, that would be even better. That's the terminology used for that transmit bandwidth. 100 to 2,900. They call it a wide by today's standards. Roger.
I made some contacts and got some very different audio reports, and I just wanted to check in with you and see if I was doing anything wrong on this radio. Over.
Roger. Well, it sounds pretty mid-rangey, so maybe we can broaden it out just a little bit. Let's see. So just make a note on that transmit bandwidth. We want 100 to 2,900 or anything 29, but we don't want 3 because that lets you into somebody else's conversation. So we want to stay at or under 2,900, but the best one under 2,900. So past that, then moving on to your compressor processor. We want that on at a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100. It's just barely operational. We don't look for a bunch of work. We want to handle the compressor processor with a great deal of finesse. We don't want it sucking up between words and all that stuff. And we have found that the best position for your compressor processor is a 3. So we suggest that compressor processor be on at a 3. Roger?
That compressor processor be on at a 3. Roger?
Okay, over. I guess I'm not sure how to tell how to adjust that. I guess I'm not as familiar with this radio. Over.
Okay, so let's see. You have a compressor processor there, and what you need to do probably is take notes and then look at your book and figure out how to get to there. So note whatever it is, 3 or 2 or whatever, is compressor processor on at a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100. Roger?
At a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100. Roger?
Okay, yes, sir. I will look at my manual on that and try to figure that out. I do have an ALC meter on this radio, and I didn't know exactly where it needed to be.
Roger, that's exactly where we were going. Right after the compressor processor is to your ALC meter to set your modulation level. And so what I want you to do is bring up your local internal modulation, your mic level control. internal mic level control. One hand on that as you look at your ALC meter, and as you say the word audio, speak it as the level that you would find in most of your Qso conversations. If you really step on that word hard, then your EQ, your modulation level is not going to be correct. So what you want to do is try to resemble that word level-wise as what you would normally speak in your Qso. And the closer you get to that, it will be the better modulation control you have. So as you're looking at your ALC meter and you say the word audio, spoken as you would speak any other word in a Qso, adjust your mic level control until your ALC meter is riding in that sweet spot of 7 or 2/3. 7 or 2/3 on your ALC meter is the sweet spot. Roger?
2/3 on your ALC meter is the sweet spot. Roger?
Roger that. I'll do that right now. Audio. Audio. I've got my mic in about 5 out of over.
Roger, Roger. Is this Daniel in Mississippi, Roger?
Roger, Roger. Is this Daniel in Mississippi, Roger?
Yes, sir. Over.
Great, thank you. I thought I might have messed up. Sometimes I overlook certain things. But anyway, it is speaking, just as you would speak the level of your Qso. And that's the tricky part. But if you can do that, then and adjust your mic level until your ALC is in that sweet spot, then that's what we want. Roger?
ALC is in that sweet spot, then that's what we want. Roger?
Roger that. I guess I'll try just one more time.
Roger, Roger, Daniel. Well, today has not been a real good day propagation-wise, and I do not have a good copy on you. I've been fighting a noise for quite a bit. But if you're interested in going to that EQ, your EQ page, I would suggest 3 clicks additional EQ boost, 3 clicks additional EQ boost. From where you are, Roger, on that radio of yours.
From where you are, Roger, on that radio of yours.
I will try to maybe I can call.
Roger, Roger, Daniel, and I remember hearing when I had a better copy on you that your mic did have quite a bit of mid-range in it. It was very mid-rangey, but we were interested in preserving the mid-range as a calibration point, so we don't want to interfere with the mid-frequencies, so that mid-EQ2, if you have an EQ2, it would be a mid-range control, and we want that flat or off. We want to preserve the mid-range as much as possible, so we want that flat or off. So then it is a matter of bringing up 4 clicks or 3 clicks of additional treble EQ on equalizer number 3, your treble equalizer. And if you have the ability to insert a particular frequency, I would use a 2.7 kilohertz. 2.7 kilohertz as the treble boost frequency. And if you have a shaper, in other words, to control the shape of that EQ point, I would put it on a 4. Put it on a 4. It would be a lot more smoother at a 4 than it would be at a 1 or a 10. So I would say a 4 if you can shape the EQ curve. Roger?
Let's say a 4 if you can shape the EQ curve. Roger?
Roger that,
And I've just about run out of any propagation there, Daniel. So let me say 73, sir. And maybe again next week we may have some better propagation, and I could hear you a little cleaner that way. Roger?
And I could hear you a little cleaner that way. Roger?
Roger that, sir. Thank you for your help.
Roger, and just before you go, I want to try a really quick experiment. I want you to come up on that mic and really talk to me as best you can on that mic and just to see how much audio level is left in that radio. So just come up on that mic and give me your call sign and your name again.
I can give me your call sign and your name again.
Okay, my call sign is Alpha Echo 5 Juliet Victor. And I am also concerned, I have a hand mic, and I don't even know the correct mic because it's a Kenwood 42 cent, and the book is saying I need a Kenwood 43 over.
Yes, sir. Well, your mod level really came up there, so I would run it like that. I did not hear a bunch of distortion, but I was able to copy your words a lot better than anything before that. Roger?
A lot better than anything before that. Roger?
Okay, Roger that. I'm talking right almost against the mic. And before, it was maybe a couple of inches from my mouth over.
Yes, sir. Well, I'd look. That sounds really good to me. It's not distorted, and the words have life, and more importantly, they have volume. So I would run it like that, Roger. Roger.
So I would run it like that, Roger. Roger.
Okay. Well, Roger that. I think I have learned something then. Where I should be using this hand mic. So, Mr. Jim, thank you for your help on this. Over.
Roger, so you're using a hand mic right at the moment?
Roger, so you're using a hand mic right at the moment?
Yes, sir. Over.
Okay, sir. So what you want to do is don't work directly into that mic. Work to the corner of your lips at about a 45-degree angle to that mic, and that will be a lot closer to not having transient wind noise in there. And if you get a chance, you might consider a foam windscreen for that mic. You have to use a great deal of creativity to get a foam windscreen on a hand mic, but all things being equal and being a dedicated ham radio operator, I'm sure you'd figure out a way to do that, and that would be the best of both worlds, because that that hand mic really does sound good, except for the fact that it is susceptible to plosives and transients when you work directly into it. But like I say, if you use a 45-degree angle to it and actually touch the corner of your lips, that should be perfect. Roger?
You touch the corner of your lips, that should be perfect. Roger?
Okay, Roger that. I've got it at 45 degrees right now. Does that sound any better? Over?
Yes, sir. That sounds perfect. I would run it just like that. Roger, roger.
Yes, sir, that sounds perfect. I would run it just like that. Roger, roger.
Okay, roger. Well, thank you for all the help. This old radio's kind of an upgrade for me, and I just been wanting help with it. Over.
Yes, sir. Well, it's like I say, I don't think it was propagation that shifted. I think it was your newfound modulation level that really made the difference about me being able to copy your words. So with that in mind, if you want to hear your audio, if you go to YouTube and do that call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logmat, followed by the word logbook. Senior moment. KC9VKV followed by the word logbook. It will take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 3,700, and I'll have it uploaded to YouTube by noon tomorrow. Roger?
100, and I'll have it uploaded to YouTube by noon tomorrow. Roger?
Okay, roger that. And thank you so much again for the help. A5JV. Clear.
Roger, roger, sir. 73. You have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend, and we'll see you next Friday if you get a chance. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.